Welcome in to We Gon' Figure It Out.
Huh. I ain't want to yell.
And he didn't want to yell because he is holding on to
A bunny.
Charlie.
The bunny.
We call him Charles.
Charles. Okay.
And Charlie is, he's kind
We
of
gotta speak up.
he's kind of
He's a bunny. That's pretty much all we can say about it. All right. So,
why is it?
I don't know. So, here we go. Here you go, Near. Come get him because he's starting to act up on me.
Hey,
There you
Charlie.
go. All right. So, welcome into today's show. And today's show is all about overcoming adversity. And so, as you guys know, we're going to be, do you say dinner?
Yes, seriously.
Yeah,
I'm hungry.
it's late. So we're going to talk about overcoming adversity. Today's been one of those days where we've tried to figure out a whole lot of things, and a whole lot of things didn't get figured out. In fact, it's been one of those weeks where we haven't been able to figure out a whole lot of different things. So, but we're going to figure it out today, though, right? Yeah. So, a whole lot has gone on in the past week. As you can see, we have rabbits in our house now, which is interesting because with rabbits, we have a lot, like tons, hundreds, I would say pounds of rabbit poop everywhere. And a little bit of rabbit pee. So we've got rabbits in the house, and that's probably one of the biggest things that that's kind of new for us this week. We've packed up different rooms in the house, or different portions of different rooms in the house, so that part's getting really real.
Yes.
Having boxes around the house.
It is.
We're close.
Throwing away things.
One of the things that we want you guys to be praying about is we're getting really, really close to, we're going to talk about Paul George here in a minute.
Yes.
So we're getting real close to finish, maybe the day after next, we'll, because tomorrow's a holiday, we'll be able to talk about we might actually have a place that we're going to live for certain. So we're getting excited about the fact that we'll have somewhere to live. That's going to be an exciting journey in this process. So getting really, really close. So we're getting excited about that. But overall, it's been a week where we've just been exhausted.
And to me, I feel like we've been hit at every angle. Just
with
a
challenges.
punch here,
Yeah.
a pop there.
Out of line. But how do you overcome adversity? And we're relating it to the fact that we're moving, but not everyone's moving. There's always going to be something different in your life that you're going to have some sort of adverse situation.
Yes.
And so overcoming adversity is something that we want to talk about. And we always suggest you guys in the comments section, put down different things that, different things you had to overcome when it came to overcoming adversity. For us, with the little bitty challenges, I would say like within, within raising kids, within marriage, even within just your belief system, you always have to have some level of adversity to overcome. For us, right now, the biggest thing for us is we're walking out on faith.
Right.
So we're going to get distractions, and they're going to feel like it's attacks. It's going to feel like things are coming at us. I think the biggest thing for me with overcoming adversity is perspective.
Yes.
Is keeping the right perspective on what it is in which you're trying to overcome.
Absolutely.
If you make it out to be a big giant, or a big giant, then you won't necessarily, it can be intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
And so overcoming adversity for me means you have to overcome your giants.
Right.
You have to be David, so to speak.
I don't know if you saw a post that I had earlier this week, and it said, shift your mindset from obstacles and worry to joy and triumphs.
Right.
And I put it in that order because we'll have an obstacle come up, and then we'll worry. But I want us to start out with having joy automatically, and then with joy comes triumph. Yeah. So that's kind of how I've been looking at things, and that's my perspective. So what you said goes right along with those lines.
And in doing that, it's always important to know that when you have joy and when you're shifting your perspective to something better, you're going to go through some lows, and you won't always feel happy.
Yes.
Happiness won't always be a big part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But having a joy means you have a peace and a calm, knowing that you have God's wisdom, knowing that you have wisdom about the situation, and you feel better about it.
Right.
And so those are some of the things that come along with having joy. And so sometimes, it's gonna be some sad moments.
Yeah.
You know, and we can't control what happens to us in life.
That's
we
right.
Can't. But one of the things that we can do is make sure that we keep a proper perspective.
Right.
I think shifting your perspective for me in the process of overcoming adversity, I think that's the key factor is prior knowledge or being open to accept knowledge from others.
Absolutely.
In those things. You know, like, so sometimes you can't do it by yourself.
Right.
Sometimes when there's a struggle with getting over things, you do have to go out and find other, you know, find support groups or find people who've been through it. Sometimes when you have fears and anxieties about different things, those are some of the things that will calm us down. We're built to kind of help each other. We're built to be a community.
We need each other to survive. There's
Yes.
a song that says that, and that's so very true.
Yeah.
Definitely what you said as far as finding people who have either overcome something that you're experiencing now, or you guys can walk through it together if
Right.
you're experiencing the same adversity.
Yeah, and understanding that, you know, sometimes one of the biggest pitfalls with that draws people away from community is the pressure that if someone comes to you and they say, hey, I'm going through the same thing you've been through,
Mm-hmm.
you don't need to pressure them to make their situation look like yours.
Right.
Listen and be objective and understand that this person's adversity may be different. I think for me, sometimes I have a bad habit of almost dismissing some people's adversity because maybe what I've been through was so much more, or in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but
Mm-hmm.
it could be, you know, it's so funny because it just different levels for different people.
Right.
You know, there's some people who deal with smoking cigarettes,
Right.
and it's the toughest thing they've ever done in their life.
Yes.
And it always amazes me because I'll watch a person like overcome, like, you know, crack or something big, you know, meth, and then it'd be like, but cigarettes got me. You know,
Yeah.
but that's their thing.
Yes.
Where with me, I'm just like, that seems like something that's always been something well I can just walk away from.
Yeah.
And with
Yeah.
other people, they're like, nah, man, this
This
is
is a
my
struggle.
coping
Yeah,
mechanism.
this
this is
is-
everything I need. And so I have to respect it, even though I may think it's easy,
Yeah.
an easy mountain to overcome.
Right.
I have to respect that that's their struggle.
Right.
And me supporting them, it will help them overcome adversity,
Mm-hmm.
and supporting them in the right way. So that's a key factor there. Today,
And a different take on that is when I say shift your mindset, it's about even though you're going through what you're going through, see the bigger picture, see the end,
yeah,
you know, see
have
the
a better
victory,
perspective. Yeah,
you know, see yourself past this and in a different place. So
yeah. I think that's one of the key factors that's real important with that. So if you know, if you know you're going through something, just be open up, talk about it. I think for us, that's one of the reasons why we've been talking about our move that as much as we have, because there's been a lot of different things that have been that's been hard to kind of overcome with
Right.
trying to figure out things. And I think most people have been very supportive. What did Scott say here?
I'd have to see more to read it all.
Oh, okay, you can't see it.
Well, it has see more because
saw an interview
we're
with,
not getting to
Mr.
the
Rogers.
point there.
Yeah. Okay, well, you can still start reading it though.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
It's just one word.
Saw an interview with Mr. Rogers where he was saying he was watching the OKC bombing on TV with his elderly mother, and he said, look at all that destruction, and his mother said, no, look at all those people helping. Perspective.
That is a good.
That is.
That is a very excellent way, because that's one
That
of the
is
most.
excellent.
That's one of the hardest things that we've ever actually had to look at.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the key factors with what we see in America every day right now. Every time we turn on the news, we see a different police shooting, we see violence, we see a lot of crazy things in the news alone.
Right.
And if your attitude is one where here's the oddest thing, could you imagine seeing all that adversity, seeing all that pain, and saying, okay, here's where I'm needed.
Yes.
And to be honest with you, if you're listening to this and you have the same belief system that we have, if you're a Christian, that's actually should be your perspective.
Yes.
It's like, I see where Jesus isn't, let me go bring him.
Yes.
You know, that should be your
Yes.
perspective on
Yes.
it. But, you know, every time you see pain, you got to figure, okay, there's a new point for me to pray. There's a new point for me to go help. There's something, you know, when tornadoes and tragedies happen, don't wait for the popular event to happen.
Yeah.
When the small things happen, you know, you'd be surprised how accessible someone is, or if you find out this person had a death in their family, even if it's via news, like in today's social media age, you could still reach out to people in different ways and different time and to support them.
I'm gonna tell you something that I do. Sometimes I'll just scroll up and down the feed, and people who just say, I need prayer. They don't even have to know that I'm praying for them, but I do that. I mean, that's just a small thing that I can do without, but that's just, that's just my way of being impactful in a way.
So I think sometimes that's an added thing, outside of supporting, and community, it's getting busy, moving past the adversity, or moving toward your final destination, I should say. It helps you move past and overcome the adversity that you may be facing. Today, I realized one of the things with overcoming adversity, like I did This Life Matters today, and we were doing it. I was using the MacBook to do it and using the OBS system, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna figure out how this works, right? With a FaceTime call, and we had a great show, but the audio was off, and I had to delete the whole show. But you know what? That was a setback. But we're going to stay the course because we know that we help people when we do that show.
That's right.
So regardless of what happens, what's going on, we're going to do it. We spent the majority of our evening doing some things to prepare for our move, and they didn't pan out the way we wanted it to.
They did not.
We're tired, hungry, and ready to go to bed, really. But we know we got to do the show.
That's right.
Because we have to move past those little things, because truthfully, some of the things that we're saying to one another right now is speaking to us.
That's right.
And we need to hear that.
Yes.
So instead of just giving up and going to bed, sometimes you actually have to get up and do
encourage,
more.
and you have to encourage yourself. So,
while encouraging others. So I think that's one of the key factors is when overcoming these things, because they're going to keep coming at you.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's just perspective. How can I help the next person? How can I help the next person not go through the same thing?
Right.
So that's definitely, you feel good about that? You got any more points you want to add in before we move toward talking about something else?
I think that's good. I think that covers it. That
covers it. So remember, if you got a topic or something that you want us to cover, we'll always cover it for you and with you. One of the things that we want to do is we've given pretty much a good move update. So we've talked about that through the first portion of the show. Definitely continue to pray for us and support us in that process. So it's been a lot of different things going on as far as the NBA, right? So we got
PG-13.
So what do you think that's going to mean for the Oklahoma City Thunder?
I can't speak on the long term. I think it'll be a fun and exciting season, coming up, but I don't know what it's going to mean long term. But I've learned, let me tell you something that I've learned about, getting attached to people, and people move on.
Yeah, and Taj Gibson went up to Minnesota.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dang, I missed that. I missed that. But so what I think is, you just can't get yourself too attached. These are people we don't know in real life, and it's just like, I think for me, I put too much into like the KD, into KD and all of this, and then when he left, I was like, really, my feelings were really hurt, and it's like, we got to stop it. So it just
we do get too involved. Read Brian's message. That's why I got distracted.
I saw a Mr. Rogers episode where the local police chaplain and spiritual advisor for many moved to Portland. The people cried and cried and cried.
The people inside that little train, that little tunnel, they used to freak me out. What Miss Kim say?
She said, encouragement is key. Some encouragement for you too. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. So,
all right. So that's what we, that's one of the things that's great,
Mm-hmm. Thank you for the encouragement, guys.
And it's two different ways. Yeah, like I said, you can encourage people with the best of, because Brian's a funny person. Yes. So he's going to find a funny way. He sat there for a minute and thought about it.
Yes, and I love it because it keeps you, keeps your spirits up. And like I said, everybody plays a factor in, each other's lives.
Yeah.
So
I think that, I know we hopped into NBA, but to go back to that, I think one of the key factors that has encouraged me.
We love you too.
that really has encouraged me this week is the fact that I feel having to do my last sermon at NBCC was hard. Like, that was more of an emotional thing than I knew I was going to cry, but I didn't know that I have you ever wanted to cry and you didn't want to stop?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like one of those where it was like.
But you cut it off, and I was like, sometimes you got to let that out.
You do. Yeah, I couldn't have done we would have been up there a while. It would have got ugly. It would have, like that. Like, I couldn't, when you can't stop and I didn't want to get into that kind of cry.
I got you.
It was going there for a second. It was really going there.
Yeah.
But I think, having a community and then having that community, like you're looking at it and you're like, okay, I won't be up here again. I'll be up here maybe for some odd reason or something, but this will be the last time that I'm giving the message or I'm teaching.
Yeah.
And so the appreciation, and all the magnitude of it, and the little things that we do as a church family.
Yeah.
It dawned on me when we had to pray for the Haiti team as they left. I'm not Haiti, but Costa Rica team before they left. That's when it hit me. Yeah.
That's called breakthrough crying.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. I think the fact, like walking away from knowing that we're going to take that with us because that's what we're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel good about the fact we're going to take all those things we've learned with us.
Yes.
And all the things that we've gotten used to doing. That's not going to stop. But to know that group of people that we've grown to do it with, now we're going to go, teach and learn and grow with other groups of people.
That's right. And
do those type of things. It's exciting, but knowing as this season is coming to an end, it still hits you like, wow.
It does.
And we have to plan different sets of goodbyes because we have different groups of people. We're going to get with family tomorrow on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
But there still needs to be something, for everyone, for everyone else around.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
And so I think that's knowing that was coming. That was one of the weeks that made us have to do a show that says overcoming adversity, because I had to figure out, just like typical of any sermon week, I'm going to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning every day.
Yeah.
But the problem with that was, with all the planning and all these other things, it's still going to bed late and then getting up extra early. So all this week, just being tired and then having stressors. Like, I hate to say, because, the perfect Christian is supposed to say he doesn't stress. You don't want to hear your pastor say that. But for me, there was a stressor this week with the oncologist calling, and saying like, hey, come see me Wednesday. About what? Just come see me Wednesday.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a stressor, nothing, not a worry, but just kind of one of those things where you just say, all right, we trust you, God.
Yeah.
And so, all those different things happening this week, all those things, we overcame it, I think your phone being stolen was a difficult one. We had to plan Braden's birthday party and execute it. That one was the easiest thing.
Yeah, and it was fun, and it took our minds off of.
Yes, it was making fidget spinner cookies.
Which
you posted fidget spinner cookies on my Facebook page.
Yeah,
and I get the backlash. Like, I get I got students texting me so I can have cookies in the dorm now.
I saw that. I'm sorry. That had nothing to do with Andrew. As a matter of fact, he was asleep and I grabbed his phone. But that was the only way I can get it out there. Somebody had asked me to post a picture. So that's what I did.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So you ready to go back to a little bit more Thunder talk or NBA talk in general, or are you just tired?
I'm tired.
You're tired?
I'm really trying to
figure it out.
Keep livened up and everything, but I am really exhausted.
Once the lights come on, I'm always good.
That's great. I'm trying to be, and I think I'm handling it well, but it's like my body is like, lady, you're done.
Yeah. Love you too, Jared.
We know he made the cookies.
And ate them all, yes. That's what I do. I do secretly eat more cookies than I probably would want to confess. And I guess I'm confessing now, and I eat more cookies than I should.
Yeah.
If you think about it, and it shouldn't be a secret. For the amount of times that I go to the gym, I should probably be in peak physical condition. Somebody should know something's up. I probably eat more bread than I should.
Yeah.
Biscuits, cookies, crackers. Oh, Lord, the crackers. I'm going to go clean.
Anyway, we're rambling on. Listen.
Yeah,
I just want to say we truly appreciate you guys' support. I mean, you guys coming in here keeps us going, keeps us motivated, you know, talking back to us, commenting and all of those things. That really helps and keeps us, you know, making these, you know, these videos.
When
and
it
these
says
shows
invite, does that mean I can now start inviting people to come into the thing? Hey, Andrew, you got a shirt on? I'm going to invite you into here and see what that does. Nope. Let's see if it does that. If it'll pop him up in a corner there, and then he'll be there. And all he has to say is hi, and then he can go off. You see, I had to see if he had a shirt on first. But either way it goes, yeah, thank you guys.
I'm not accepting that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it either. Just not. I should just scroll through here and then start hitting invite on other names. There are no other names that have invite next to it. Okay.
They did. I saw some.
Okay.
But anyway, we're rambling on at this point. Like again, I said, you know, we just appreciate you guys and we thank you for tuning in each week to listen to us figure it out, and hopefully we're helping you along the way. We love y'all.
All right.
Oh, that's a good question.
What's to say?
Will you ever preach a sermon with live video?
You can check out yesterday's sermon.
Yes, he did.
It was done live on Facebook Live. So if you go on my page, it's on there.
That's right.
New Beginnings Community Church Facebook page also. It should be on there. So that's one way. And
I'm sorry, y'all. I have my
you ain't sorry.
head wrap. But I was like, it's just one of those days. I hope you guys can understand and forgive me for that.
She went to work like that.
I did not. I did not.
You can't prove you didn't.
I can. I did not. Anyway, love y'all.